video, I will explain in detail on how the while statement works. This is a coding designed for a user to enter 4 integer numbers. The numbers entered can be positive or negative integers. After the user had entered the 4 numbers, the program will add all the negative numbers together and display the results. First of all, let's run this program and see how it goes. The window asks us to enter a number. Make sure it is an integer number or your program won't work correctly. I will put -2 for the first number, followed by, let's say, 9, 3, and the last one, let's say, -4. As you can see here, I just entered two negative numbers, -2 and -4. If you are adding up these two numbers of negative, the result will be -6. So let's see whether the coding gives you the correct result. It shows here the coding gives you the correct result. -6 is the results of adding up the negative value entered by the user. So how does this program work? Note that code block read or execute the syntax or statement line by line. It will not skip a line. So the first line after the function main that the code block will read is the declaration of integer num, integer r with the initial value of 1, and integer sum with the initial value of 0. And after that, the code block will read the while statement with the condition of I less than 5. Since the I equals to 1, so this condition of while is true. So because of that, this whole statement of while loop will be executed again and again after this condition I less than 5 is false. Since this condition is true, I less than 5, enter a number will be displayed. See, enter a number here, and any number entered by a user will be saved under num, integer num, because of the function scanf. So let's say I put the first value as previous example as -2. So num here, make it as a comment, will be assigned as -2. After that, the if, which is the selective statement, will be checked with the condition of num less than 0. Is num less than 0? Yes, because the value entered by the user, which is me, is -2. So this condition is true, and because of that, the next statement will be executed, which is this statement, sum equals to sum plus num. So the new value of sum will be equals to the old value of sum, which is 0, plus the num entered by user, which is -2. So the new value of sum is now -2. And then it will go straight to the counter, which is I++. I++ means that I will be increased by 1. So the previous value of I is 1. So adding up by 1 makes the new value of I is 2. Make it as a comment here. So when I equals to 2, does this condition of while true? Yes, because 2 less than 5. So because of that, this whole statement will be executed again the way it is previously. So that is why when you enter, after you put the value of -2 here, the enter a number will be displayed. Because this condition is true, so this thing this string will be displayed. So let's say now I enter the value as 9. So now num is no more negative 2 but override with value 9. So since 9 greater than 0, so this condition for if is false. So the next statement here won't be executed. But the next after that, which is the counter. So now I is increased by 1, it becomes 3 now. And the condition of while is still true. So it will again display enter a number. So let's say I enter 3. So now num is no more 9 but 3. And 3 doesn't make this condition of if true. It is false. So the statement of sum won't be executed. It will skip this one because this condition is false. So it will go straight to the counter I plus plus. So now I equals to 4. It will again check this condition of while. So 4 less than 5, so that is why enter a number will be displayed. So let's say this time I put negative 4 as the num. So when I put negative 4, now num will be saved with the value of negative 4. So negative 4 makes this condition of if true because negative 4 less than 0. So because of this true condition, it will go to the next statement, which is calculating the new value of sum here. So the recent value of sum previously we calculate as negative 2. So now negative 2 plus with num, which is the value entered by user, which is at this state is negative 4. So the new value of sum will be negative 6. And the next statement is of course the counter. So now I becomes 5. When I become 5, this condition of while is false because 5 is not less than 5. So because of that, this block of while won't be executed, but it will skip to the next statement after the block, which is this one. This is a display of a value sum. The string the sum of a negative numbers entered will be displayed. After that, it will record the value of the sum. The recent value of sum is negative 6. So let's see. After we press enter, so this will be displayed. Take note that the code block won't go out from this block or compound of while until the condition is false. We will keep checking the condition when the counter at the value for I.